Hello everyone. I'm excited to talk about this topic. I'm here. Where next? So there are so many things to talk about on this topic, and for some reason, if you get confused, and please blame it on me because the concept is good, but there are four or five elements that I want to bring, and if I fail to deliver it, it's all the blame is on me. Just let me tell you where this all started. So years ago, I got super excited about Stoicism. And if you study Stoicism, the entire study is focused on one thing: is the quest for tranquility. Basically, how do we make sure that you are balanced? Even when good things happen, you don't go super overjoyed, and if bad things happen, you don't go super sad. You stay in a band so that you live a balanced life. And then there's another element that comes from here, which is basically from the Gita chapter 2, verse 47, where you say, attach yourself to the effort, detach yourself from the outcome. And that's also another way to live a balanced life. And then the third aspect comes from linguistic philosophy, from the game of Go, where you will learn that all you have control is what you make your moves, and you almost have zero control on what the universe's move there is going to be. So, what is this? What's the shortcut here? I am here, where next? When you live with this concept, four words can be so powerful that let's take the first part. I am here. I am here means you accept the reality without questioning it. Because when you question the reality and you start fighting with it, the only thing that will happen is you will lose. Because reality is always going to win. So you might as well stop the fighting game and then say, accept the reality. So it sets you in the mood of acceptance. Then comes where next. Where next is like now that you have accepted the reality, what do we do next? That you have all the imagination, unlike animals. I don't think they have the power of imagination, but as human beings, we can imagine stuff. So we can use the imagination and all the intellect that we have acquired to plot what we do next. That's called the mood of wonder. So I am here is the mood of acceptance, where next is the mood of wonder. You combine the two, and life will be near bliss. So in Bhagavad Gita, they have a term called Sthita Pragna, which is calm and contented and with a steady flow of wisdom. So I am probably 0.001% at the Sthita Pragna state. The yogis achieve one full Sthita Pragna state where it's close to the stoicism I talked about, the tranquility. So now I'll go and explain using the game of Go. Don't worry if you don't know the game, I'll tell you very quickly what it is all about. And you will see how in real life there is no other way you can live because I'm here, where next is model. Probably you'll come up with other words or other terms, but the overall feeling will be exactly this. There is nothing else. Let's go there. So this is the game of Go. So let me go to that board. And unlike chess, this game is played in a 19 by 19 squares. So basically, you play with two stones. Because I still have a fragile ego, I picked a game where I won. The other, my opponent, Tom, I don't know who he is. He just met him online. He is way better than me, and it was pure luck that I won. But still, since my ego is still fragile, even to show this game, I picked one where I won, even though although it's my luck. So the game starts with black. It's black plays one move, and white plays one move. So let's look at the move. So the whole game, unlike in chess, right? It's basically in chess you do a checkmate. That means you kill the king or you just checkmate the king. Here there is nothing, no killing happens. It's a territorial game where ultimately after we make all the moves we can, both the players decide who has bigger territory and they win. It's a very collaborative game. There are fights, but it's like a nice tango, like a tango dance. Both of us collaborate, cooperate, and compete. So every move has a meaning. So Tom makes the first move, at the intersection of Q17. So what does this mean? Tom is not speaking to me. He is not telling, "Hey Raj, the meaning of my move is this." But people who have played a little bit of Go, I'm still a work in progress. They know what it means. What it means is that Tom is wanting to secure this territory. So this entire territory, he says, Raj, is it okay if I have this territory? I would like to own this. Are you fine with it? So I can do many, many things here. So first thing that I have to remember is I have no control on Tom's moves. Just like when the universe makes a move, you have no control on it. Tom can put wherever he wants. There are 361 squares. Tom could have placed a stone wherever, and that's where I am here, accepting the reality will come into the picture. And then where next is the mood of wonder. I can do whatever I want. I can contest that space, I won't contest it because there is so much more of the board available. So I say I also make a move at d4. So d4 here. I'm also saying, hey Tom, it's okay. You keep that move, and the, the square from d4 to a1. Is it okay if I keep make this take this space? And again, Tom has no control on what I do. I will do whatever I want, and that's the only thing I have control on. Tom says, let's see what he says. Says, okay, no problem. You keep that, and then I'll try to keep that top left corner for myself. And again, this is not words that Tom is saying, but it's what it's meaning to us. I'll say, okay, Tom, you keep that, and then I'll take the bottom right hand corner. So until this time, it's okay. Then it gets a little bit messy, right? So Tom wants to clearly want that corner on the top right hand corner. So he makes another move at R15. And then that means it's almost like he closed the loop. It's unless the other Go player, that's me, knows exactly how to go and disturb the territory, that corner is his, right? Now I say, okay, then if you take that corner, this corner is mine. So all this is happening with just for stones. And we are not even, there are 361 squares, we are not even said anything, but it's already, we know who is leading here. Very soon I'll make a few more moves so that we don't go on this forever. Let's stop here. So what happened? In here, you know that Tom wants the entire top. Tom wants, and then he's placed his stone so close that if I don't do anything, then I lost that entire block of space here, entire block. Now I have a choice because I'm still in the what is called as single digit queue. I'm not like super expert on this. If there is my coach in this, his name is Cornell. He's a 7 or 8 dan player, so he probably will play very differently. So for me, I get afraid. Oh my God, if Tom is taking all these things, let me place a stone here so that I contest the space. So in here, what I'm trying to say here is, at any point in time, I have no control on what Tom will do. Neither Tom has any control on what I will do. Whatever Tom does, I have to accept. That is the I am here. And whatever I do, Tom has to accept. There is no other chance. This is the closest thing to life. Imagine life is a life or the universe or the God or is whoever you think is the most powerful thing. It's definitely not you. Is playing game with you, game of life. Whenever universe makes a move, you have no control on it. You cannot say it's like the drunk driver involving some other car in the car accident. Drunk driver gets into accident, okay, explainable because he was drunk and he didn't have control. But the other car gets into an accident, what did they do? Of course, we cannot say it's not fair, but it happens. So the fact that the other car was there right next to the drunk driver car of the drunk driver, that's all it requires. That he gets into an accident. So you cannot say, no, this is not fair. I don't accept it. Please cancel the accident. You cannot say that. You can just say, okay, this happened. That's okay. What will I do next? That's the only thing you can do. And then just because of the fact that you didn't like the move, you should not relinquish the fact that you do have control on your move. That's why it's called where next. That's the mood of wonder. So it's again, it's the same thing in life. Wherever you go there, until that time you have no control and you have to accept that reality. Immediately after that, you should never relinquish the power to reimagine and move forward. You cannot get out of the mood of wonder because that's all there is in life. So your next move. So you see, and also, I don't want to go into the entire game. It will take hours together. You see this, the AI, artificial intelligence engine has shown who is leading the game until here. Black was leading. Obviously, Tom is a really good player, but who won? I won. Why? Because it's not over until it's over. Look at what happens. I'll go to the place where everything changes for the game. Last final moves. If you see here, this was the move that made every difference. Until here, Tom was winning. And I could have given up by now, but I should. Is some people give up. Oh my God, it's too much of a lead. There is nothing to do. And then I make this move, and then it changes everything. So what happens is Tom wanted to save these two stones next to it. These are the two stones. It was not worth saving, but for whatever reason, Tom decided to save. So Tom says, "Okay, I don't want to give up," and then everything goes to toss. You see, the game changes. I make more territory. It's gone. So whatever said and done in life, it's not over until it's over. So something to think about. So let me go back and make my final comments. Like I said, there is so much in this that if I have confused you, please blame it on me. One day I'll learn how to explain it better. But for now, imagine all you took away is this. Remember these four words: I am here, where next? I'm here means total acceptance of reality, not arguing with it, not saying, why did this happen to me? In fact, people say, people who I think it's Tony Robbins who said that life happens, the life does not happen to you, life happens for you. And there are some more people who have gone extra and said life happens through you. So as you change the word, it becomes more and more powerful. It becomes more and more easy to accept the reality because if you don't accept the reality, reality does not care. It just exists. One fine day you will come to terms with it. So the mood of acceptance is super important. And then where next? Where next is the mood of wonder. Unlike animals, human beings have the power of imagination. So if we give up, then we become like animals. Not that it's some animals are really, really good, not that it's bad. But in the real world, you have to make your move as a human being. So you might as well use the power of imagination, the mood of wonder. Couple mood of acceptance with mood of wonder, and you are getting close to the state of tranquility. That's where all the magic is. Until next time, thank you so much for listening. And then please share your comments. And then if you have any questions, please share them. I'll try to answer them. There are so many things I covered, but I know that things may be confusing, but I'll try to answer them. And in the next few broadcasts, I'll go deeper on this, the stoicism, linguistic philosophy, game of Go, and everything else.